for CAD and FEA software?
So yeah, I mean, I have no problem sharing that. So we use Creo as our primary CAD software. LS Dyna is our primary FEA. So I was developed out of Lawrence Livermore Labs. And then we use Fluent for CFD simulations. And then we have a number of custom codes that we also run in conjunction with those kind of commercial tools. So we have a cluster. It's actually located over on the other end of campus. It's just a big cube of microprocessors, so we can break these big simulations up into small pieces and run them quite efficiently. So, yeah.
Switching gears. This one's a somewhat simpler question, I guess. If you could choose one thing to customize about an amateur golfer's off-the-rack set, what would you choose? Like, so line angle, shaft length, whatever. What's the...
Driver loft would be mine.
How about in the irons then?
In irons?
Yeah.
Line angle would be mine for one. Okay. Unless you get a guy that's 6'5", in which case it would be length. But I think the fitters would probably be a better person to ask. What do you think, Bill?
I agree with that. Line angle for sure in irons.
I'd say model right off the bat.
Yeah, model.
I mean, it's just like, I don't think people understand like how big of an impact model can have on their game, and I just, so many people want to, yeah, just play a model that I would love to get them in another model. Unfortunately, like we've had a ton of success with our G iron, and it's a phenomenal model, and it's one that is done quite well, and people are happy to walk away with, which is great. But yeah, model's a big one.
Yeah, but that being said, the right model and the wrong lie is trouble.
Yep. And closure rate's a big one. Trying to quantify whether that closure rate's good or bad, that's a whole nother ball game. But we look at so MOI, right? A lot of times people say MOI. It's the majority of the time when you're speaking in a general sense, they're talking MOI kind of about this axis. So if you have an axis going about in the head, if you hit it on the toe or you hit it on the heel, what's the resistance to twist? Right? We spend a lot of time actually looking at MOI in this direction. So if you hit it high or low, how resistant it is to twist. And that's going to help create constant launch angles and constant spin rates when you hit it high or low on the face. You can also look at MOI about the shaft axis, which is going to be a big one in terms of club design and how fast that club is going to be able to rotate and close. And really, that's just a combination. When you look at it about the shaft axis, it's just a combination of the MOI of the head here and the MOI of the head about the heel toe. So that's a big one. And CG location plays a big factor in terms of the MOI of the club in general. So MOI of the club is going to affect not only how it rotates, but also how fast you can swing it. Closure rate actually correlates quite well in general to just club head speed, just because you're swinging on a big arc, right? So the faster you swing on a big arc, the faster that club's going to be rotating through space.
That's why my only comment on that has been that you need to talk about it in terms of, I mean, Dustin Johnson's going to have a higher closure rate than Zach Johnson, just because of it's moving through that space sooner. So you didn't need to define it as like for the 2 feet before and after impact and just the total degrees in that space. Going on time is like, you're already, a little odd.